guys, welcome to my page. My name is It's Tay Tay Baby and my name is Taylor. I have been doing the male advocating for about a couple of years now, and I am happily to say I have never stripped, I have never danced, I have never sold my body, I have never done OF, I don't even post bikini pictures. I do make gym content, I do show physique updates, but I will never show my body fully nude. Yes, I have a father. Yes, I grew up around good brothers. Yes, I love my family. The reason why I'm making this video is because there's so many people that are men's right advocates that literally used to sell pictures on Patreon. We're not going to mention names. Or they sell feet pictures. Or in their link, it says, go ahead if you want to speak to me personally. Yeah, we get it. We get what you're selling personally, honey. The turbo twist. I don't do that. I cannot sit here and judge everybody like I'm perfect, okay? I do have a smart mouth. I do have a little sarcasm. I do like a little dark humor and a little comedy here and there. But one thing I could definitely say is if you're going to sell your body and do whatever you want, that is your business. Make your money however you're going to make it. I have no ill will with those people, but you cannot advocate for men's mental health knowing men unalive themselves at a very high rate, knowing corn only causes depression, anxiety, and it makes men weaker. Did you know there's studies even shown that the more a man it makes you weaker. You lose more testosterone. There's a lot of kings, black kings that I follow on here that give advice. I advise you to listen to men like Steph So Cold. Listen to people like, what's his face? Hype Man Brandon. He makes great videos talking about taking care of yourself, loving black women, loving women in general. And then we also have men in this space who believe in God heavily. Rashad is also another creator who talks about loving yourself and being a stand-up man. There's also a black man on here named Dimitri who also advocates for being a good man, taking care of women. The reason why I'm saying this, you guys, is because I'm very big on men taking care of themselves, men respecting themselves. And I feel like a lot of women get into this space and they sell pictures, show their butt, do all this crazy stuff. And then they say they advocate for men, and that doesn't make any sense. You can't advocate for men, say that you care about their mental health when you're selling them programs and packages. You know you're doing that and you're basically using them. You're using your platform to validate them just to use them in the end. Because if that was the case, you wouldn't have to sell your body. That doesn't make sense. You can't do those two things at the same time. Think about if you were a therapist. Could you be a therapist and sell your body to your clients? That's what you're doing. It holds no weight. So anybody in this men's rights space that sells their butt who has ever done that in general, you have no room to talk. You are literally out of this. No one is ever going to respect you, especially if you're selling your body for what? Chump change? How embarrassing. Another thing that I would like to say is I grew up around a lot of military men, so I do understand what it's like to be around men who are very masculine, men that have boundaries, men that are in leadership roles. All my page is about men standing up for themselves and having boundaries. The reason why I go against people being promiscuous and sleeping around too much is because look at all the times that men will tell other men or even women will say, oh, sleep around, do whatever, right? They go and they sleep around with all these women. Now, when they get the wrong woman pregnant, they're stuck with that woman for life. Now they're with a woman who keeps the baby from them. Now they're on child support. Do you know how many men unalive themselves because of stuff like that? So my whole page is to help men be strong, help men choose a woman that's right for them, and help men feel loved and cared for without me being nasty and freaky. Because that's not my message. My message is to show men that there's women out here that will ride for you at dawn no matter what, with our pitchforks and all. And we respect you and love you without having to show you our fucking boobs. That's weird. Now, don't get me wrong, y'all. I know I have a body on me. Like I said, I do physique updates and all that, but I'm not trying to get at nobody. I don't use none of my platforms to lure guys in and all that weird stuff. I've never sold my body. And I keep saying this because I keep seeing too many of these fake women coming up and trying to do men's right advocacy. And how? You can't do that when you're selling your cheeks online. How are you going to do a glute spread, a booty spread, and then talk about, yes, guys, I care about your mental health. You're using them. One thing about a lot of evil women is they know how to be very sexual and very manipulative. What do you think they're doing when they do stuff like that? So please don't be one of those guys thinking that a woman does care about you or a woman's using her platform for good when all she's doing is having you subscribe to her Patreon for freaky posts and freaky videos. That's disgusting. That holds no weight. But anyway, guys, I don't understand how some women can sit here and yell from the top of their lungs that they are a good men's right advocate while they're selling their cheeks. That doesn't make any sense to me. If you really cared about men and their mental health, you would be promoting that more than you would your ass. But yeah, I'm just saying that, y'all, because I want you guys to be careful for a lot of these little fake men's right advocate. And I want to also add this one little last thing. I've been on World Star, what, like 10 times at this fucking point? I've been on there a minute. But one of the videos that got leaked recently, somebody was like, oh, she's a feminist. No, guys. No. I'm definitely not a feminist. I definitely ride for men. I definitely believe women should do a lot of things for men, care about men's mental health, and take care of them. I also believed in gender roles. I also believe in traditional values. Again, y'all, I was raised with conservative grandparents. I know the tattoos don't show it, but that's the only crazy thing I've ever done was get a whole bunch of tattoos. I'm sorry. Can't help it. My family even said, don't do it, but I had to. But yep, one thing about me is I say what I am and I mean what I say, okay? So when I tell you guys I'm going to ride for you, I'm going to have your back, I'm always going to have videos where I defend men and I will stand up for you guys no matter what. I truly wholeheartedly mean that. And I only do this as well too because not only do I have brothers, not only do I have good men in my corner, I would never want you guys to get defamed or you guys to get belittled at what cost when you are allowed to speak as much as we are. If women could come on these platforms and talk all this shit about men and have this men-hating movement, why can't women go and defend men for that? How come men can't speak up and say the things that they want to as well? Now, I'm not advocating for hate. I'm so tired of the gender war thing, but I'm just saying in general, I really feel like men should be allowed to have a voice. And again, if you're going to be in a world with men, care for them, try to love them, why are we going about it doing the wrong things? So yeah, that's all my point is, y'all. Have a good one. Be safe. Stay away from these women that are trying to lure you in with this Jezebel spirit. Sicko.